Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. I'm so glad to see you all back. Another week. Last week, we was not here. We took a break, much needed break. Thank you for those who are viewing with us today. We are continuing with our Deaf Culture series, part 2, and this will be the last one today. So I'm excited to share again with you. So I hope you guys had an awesome week last week. Did you guys have an awesome week last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So, all right, let's jump right into it. I have some questions for you, okay? Have you heard the terminology deaf and dumb? Have you heard the terminology hearing impaired? Have you heard the terminology handicap? Have you heard the terminology deaf? Have you heard the terminology hearing or hard of hearing? Terminology hearing loss. I share those terms. Which words are offensive?
You say dumb?
All. Someone say all? Let me say it again. Which words are offensive? Deaf and dumb, hearing impaired, deaf, hard of hearing, hearing loss. Which words are handicapped? Which words are offensive to a deaf person?
Handicap?
One person say handicap,
Deaf and dumb for sure.
deaf and dumb,
Hearing impaired.
hearing impaired.
So what do all?
I'd say all
I
except
say
that,
all.
right?
Think about it.
All of them?
I'd say all except that.
What did you say?
I think all of them.
All of them.
Not hard in hearing, yeah, hard in hearing.
No, not hard of hearing.
Deaf and
No.
hearing impaired.
This is a very sticky topic. Very sensitive topic. Disclaimer. Disclaimer. This is not the views of the North Public Library. Just want to let it know. Disclaimer. Whew. Very, very sensitive topic. Sensitive. Sensitive. Come from the heart. Sensitive. Sensitive. Words are offensive. Offensive. Like you sticking somebody real hard.
Okay.
Offensive. Deaf and dumb. Hearing impaired. I forgot one. Mute.
That's offensive.
And handicap.
Disabled now, I don't use handicap
Come. It's communication. Come. You can't sign it, but I understand. This is what I can sign for you. And they can hear your voice on the live. Mhm.
Okay.
Some I understand, but for example, I think you said hearing impaired. Why would that be?
Why would that be?
And also, is it not dependent sometimes on the deaf person?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna expound on it. Where do I want to start? I don't. Hearing impaired. I'm going to start with that one, hearing impaired. The government gave us that terminology. They never surveyed the deaf community. They say, we're going to give you that name, that label, or that classifier. For an example, parallel. Negro changed to black, changed to African American.
Mhm.
Same thing, same concepts. They gave it. Deaf people found it because they're not impaired, they just have a hearing loss. If you research is from the eye here. If you research or Google, what would you find? School for the deaf or the school for the hearing impaired?
Hearing impaired, maybe.
Pull out your phones. Check.
Yeah.
That's the question. What do you see more? School for the deaf or school for hearing impaired? I'm just giving the feedback. I want you to see. Google has everything. Or you may want to ask Siri or Alexa.
Hearing impaired.
Take a minute and think. School for the deaf, right?
Y'all, excuse me, yes.
Make you wonder. Now I'm gonna let that sink in for a minute. Sink in. Like this is your brain here. Stuff is just coming there, just going seeping into your brains. Seeping in. Make that seep in. Seep into your brain. Right? Make you think now. It's been a big struggle for the deaf community to fight for this. Here in New Jersey, we are fighting with legislators to change that on our driver's license.
Okay.
Remove hearing impaired, put deaf or hard of hearing or hearing loss instead. It's a struggle. And that's part of the, you will see in the training that we would do with signing with the cops. If I don't have my wallet's in my bag upstairs. My wallet, my ID, on the back of it, it's a size 2 that says hearing impaired on the back of my ID. So the cop be like, yeah, whatever. That's a whole nother story when you look at it. It's a whole nother story when you look at it. It's really deep when people label you out of your term or your character. Deaf and dumb, or deaf and mute. First of all, you're not dumb. We are not dumb. We are intelligent, wonderful people. We have an ability not to able to hear. That don't mean to be dumb. Bless you. Bless you. So if you never had nobody sneeze in the room until today,
Bless you.
you.
Bless you.
So wow. odd moment. Okay. Sometimes, you know, I love a pop-up odd moment because you don't know. You just don't know, right? Deaf people are intelligent just like a hearing person. But the hearing society oppresses to say, oh, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. Why can't I do that? I can do any job just like you and I. Give an example. Two individuals going for the same position. I did person to person, individual. That's what I did, individual. Because I didn't do I, this is an initialized scientific individual in ASL. Same position as a maintenance custodian. Hearing person have all the credentials. Deaf person have all the credentials. Interview process went well. Interview process, hiring, you're deaf. Oh, wait a minute, how I'm going to communicate. Language barrier. You're deaf, I'm hearing, I can't sign. Bring an interpreter. You're not deaf and dumb. But what if the interpreter was there? They look at it, interview process, gave the same answers. Who do you think they will hire? The hearing person or the deaf person? They will hire the hearing person quick. Why? Because they can hear. They're not going to say, we're not discriminating. We gave them an opportunity. Think about it. The behind that is a factual. Because you might say, you may use a walkie-talkie. Possibility in some buildings, right? For cleaning. But he's deaf. But you use our resources every day.
Text.
That is texting.
Yeah.
2 minutes, bill, second floor, spill. You mind cleaning up? Bill, second floor. Same thing. Why am I giving opportunity? Can I tell you one of the number one places where deaf work? Amazon. A lot of deaf work at Amazon. Why? They already have deaf-friendly resources for them. If you go to Amazon, you see they have a sign language person on the screen explaining everything.
Cool. That's all taken over.
They have the resources. Come on, you can share.
I wonder why. Is that because Amazon, do you know if there are executives who are deaf? I'm wondering why Amazon and not other.
Amazon is smart. They hire everyone. They don't discriminate. Equal opportunity. Another place, Target. Or they say Target. Fancy. Target. Walmart. Home Depot. Lowe's. Costco. They hire everyone. Now make you think and sit for a minute. When you go to a place, they may have a badge, I'm deaf.
Mhm.
They will let you know right on front.
Even Uber drivers.
Or the back, she said on the back, deaf aid, You need to get help. It's on the back, on the smock. That's cool. Make you think. Those companies know how to connect with those individuals. Why can't we do that? And our businesses and our places of work. Money? You say money? Not enough common sense, knowledge. True. Agree. Laola been here 28 years. Have they hired any other deaf person in 28 years? One person with cripple. She retired now. Just left. Been after that, then they hired me too. How many did the city have?
None. That I can think offhand. I've been in the business administrator's office for 21 years. None.
I'm just, I'm not directing you. Your school district.
Goldman Sachs. No, I worked 2 years at Goldman Sachs. No.
Your profession. You're thinking. As a retiree, your profession. Your profession as a school teacher. I don't know your profession. Have you, if they hire? No. Your profession in your office building.
Not in my specific agency, but the New Jersey Coalition Against Domestic Violence has their own deaf program, but not mine.
Now your building.
Yeah.
But I just asked the question. This is a question for you. Do they have it in your building?
It's like they're invisible. It's
Can't
like
wait.
deaf people are invisible.
Yeah.
We don't, honestly, just thinking about my everyday interactions with people, my life, I'm sure there are deaf people. I just don't know.
Yeah, true. So I'm just sharing this with you to make you think. Why not give them a try? Why not? Deaf works at hotel. At the hotel, some hotels, they do the work. And food service, cafeteria, they are there. You may not know. They're behind the scenes in a lot of places.
Places, yeah.
Make you think. Deaf people can work in an office. If you tell them, this is what I need you to type, the paper, they can type. They can fax, they can run an office, they can make copies, they can read, they can get your information, get your orders ready. But it's the language barrier, people are afraid.
Intimidated.
Ooh, I don't know sign language.
But we can find other avenues for other people who speak a different language, so why not?
Not that.
Right,
I mean, it's
right.
easy,
Right.
it's readily available. for
exactly. Exactly. My heart sometimes drops when deaf say they won't hire me. I'm like, how? Do you have an interpreter? I think they're discriminatory. We can't see that, but we know it. Or we did everything we can, or it's not a good fit for our company. That's the favorite word.
And then I say, I've seen deaf come, they, to me, I feel like, the people who speak, they feel like the deaf people are aggressive because they don't understand. I can see when they're trying to explain what they need help. Even at the hospital, I was at the hospital recently, a deaf person was trying to get help. She started crying because no one could understand it. I was like, just write it on a piece of paper. So I think it's about having patience. A lot of people don't have patience. Yeah, but any language you learn is not going to be, and English is the hardest because I was starting to learn Chinese. It's not that hard, it's just patience, basically.
That is very key. Yeah. We have a lot of deaf social workers, she just mentioned, with mental health issues and all of that. There are great professions. There are deaf lawyers, deaf school teachers, deaf professors, deaf librarians, deaf custodians, deaf chef. The list goes, work with the federal building and everything. You'd be surprised. Go to Washington, D.C., that area, woo, they had everything ready. But when you come in these areas, no. That's a struggle. Deaf mute. Some deaf don't talk. They have no box. Yeah, they don't have a box. Deaf people tend to use either the language I'm deaf, or I'm hard of hearing, or I have hearing loss. That's their identity. I can ask Laola, what's her identity? What does she prefer to be called? Deaf or hard of hearing, or which? She said both.
If you say their box is gone, how is it that they can make certain sounds? Because my cousin, when she talks, she makes some sound like,
It's sound. It's no vocal box.
even when she talks, she's like, no. It was like,
The box, it's not like clear like you and I have.
oh, okay.
So the vocal box is,
No, okay.
it's not as strong. Like you can hear the sound and what you're trying to
So,
say,
yeah,
but it's not
clear, but
clear.
If someone doesn't have a vocal box, is that something that you can be born without? Or is it, what causes that?
I don't even know what causes that. I can't give you that. That's a medical person, but I just know from what I know, over from friends, voice I can't hear. Come on, I'm hard of hearing, like scream.
oh, okay.
This is what I know. So that's the avenue to help. His sister was saying sometimes when you guys turn your vocal box off and you sign, you turn it off. It's the same thing. You have to act it out.
Can that be corrected surgically? Like maybe if they,
Why? Why be correct? Why be fixed? Why?
you don't have to, what if someone wants to? Could that
It's
happen?
optional for that individual.
Okay.
Here's another sticky. Since I'm gonna go off, I'm gonna come back.
Okay,
There's some people that do cochlear implant.
I heard of
That's surgery correcting your hearing.
that.
I'm opposed it. God made me, I'm gonna accept it.
Okay.
How do you feel? No, thank you. Many deaf feel that way. Some deaf feel that they want to get cochlear because they want to be able to talk. I had a friend just recently got a cochlear implant. It didn't work out. She had a hole and she lost her balance. So they have to remove it. So it's a sticky situation. Why would you correct something that he made us?
True, right.
Just like people want to say, hey, I want to lose weight, we get the surgery, get the lap band. For a while you look good. After that year, boom, what happened to you? I'm sorry, I'm being straightforward. Deaf culture. I'm being blunt. I'm being blunt. That's part of deaf culture. We tell it like it is. We're not gonna make it up. But laughing is truly good for the soul. But I'm just saying, I'm not saying nobody in here, I'm not talking about nobody in here, but I'm just saying in general. So that be able to help. We talk about deaf. When people say deaf, hard of hearing, or hearing loss, it's their personal identity. What do they look like? What do they feel like? What they want to do? Just give you a couple questions. Just yes or no. Deaf people can do anything as same as a hearing person. We have to work twice as hard as an individual. Because being deaf or hard of hearing or looked at, be like, how? One of my friends, you guys will meet in a few weeks at the training. She works in the school system here in North. She's a custodian. She does not, how can I put it? She's a worker. She goes with the flow. She knows her detail. Deaf and hearing doing the same detail. Hearing, stop, take break, be on the phone, blah, 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 talking. Deaf, keep going. They know the excitement, go. And at the end of the night, they're done about maybe 9, but the shift is over at 11. So they're done because they keep going. Deaf, take a break, they all want to talk. You're like, oh, what's going on? You know exactly. Deaf, we want to get the work done. They'll be like, how did you do that? You know what I mean? We don't hear the distraction. It's quiet. Same when I'm in my office, I take my hearing aids out, and I'm working.
Just focus.
I'm focused, and boss may come in. I'm like, oh, sorry. What's up? She said, you really focused. It's because I'm in my zone. You get what I'm saying?
True.
Because I want to hear nothing. I don't want nobody to bother me. The phone may ring, I ignore it because I'm focusing on work. But I can multitask with my hearing aids, but I take it off. I'm doing like big projects. I'm trying to get it done. And I can answer the phone call later. I can respond to it, but this is a priority for me. When I set up rooms, I come early when no one's in the building. And I set up the room, make sure it looks good. And then everybody come in, oh, wow. Yeah, the work is done, I come early. Because I don't wait till an hour before, I'd rather arrive, let's go. When you come in, you be like, wow, it looks good. That's purpose, part of the deaf. It's just part of our nature. We tend to be a workaholic, we focus. There's a lot of negative about the deaf people. They're like, oh, you're not deaf. You're faking. I get that a lot, quote unquote, for a hard of hearing person.
Is that, sorry, do you get that within the deaf community or the hearing community?
Hearing community. Hearing community. But I do also get some labels from the deaf community too. You more hearing. I get it from both. I get both haters.
So you get both haters? How you do haters?
I get haters. I get both haters. People talk about you no matter what.
Do it again.
People talk about you no matter what. They talk about you no matter what. Haters. I got haters.
Haters.
Because the deaf people, the hearing people say, oh, you can hear, you can talk. Yeah, but I'm deaf. If I turn my back, I can't hear you. If I turn my back, no hearing aid, you can be calling me, I could be in the same room. My hearing level is down without hearing aids.
Okay,
With hearing aids, it's high.
okay.
Deaf people think, oh, just because I can talk, that means I'm hearing. See the both words that I'm in? I can jump in both words. Or I could just stay on the fence and not be bothered with nobody. A lot of hard of hearing people don't be bothered with a lot of deaf people because the hearing loss. I won't be bothered with them. I don't want to be act like them. I don't want to have the hearing, so I stay in my own bubble.
Oh, really?
That's why you have hearing loss, that group, they have their own group. But they don't sign, but they have the hearing. They use the T on the hearing aids, they use the caption, they use the large print. You know, they read your lips. It's different. Make you think. So, not everyone sign. You have some deaf don't sign. Back then, they refused for you to sign. No, move your mouth. They force you to sign. The older deaf people, you talk to the older deaf. No, move your mouth.
That's really my fault.
Then you have people, parents say, I want my child to be perfect like a hearing does. I don't want them to sign. Then you have deaf that sign. Then you have some part of hearing that sign that rely on it. It helps them communication. Those are key things. It's not bad. I enjoy both worlds. So I could be in my deaf world and enjoy it and appreciate it, get the benefits from it. I love it. And my hearing words, I can benefit to hear what you're saying if you're talking about me. Which one? So, especially when I go to the airport, I love it. I don't know what I'm saying on live, but I love going to the airport. I'm deaf. Put me in the back of the car, go, TSA, go through TSA quick, reverse it.
Good one.
I love y'all.
I believe in everybody.
It's the benefits. Family reaps the benefits too.
Shit. You something else. You funny. You cannot.
That's all they do. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. That's all.
That's a good one.
I'm just joking.
No, that's a good one.
I'm just joking. I'm guilty. You have done that too. There are benefits on the Great Adventures. The long line. D&B. Oh,
That's a
D&B. You go right in front of the line. You work in mysterious ways. We thank you.
God. He was too funny.
Those are the benefits. We just shared. But it's very helpful. Because they know, honestly, we're deaf, we can't hear. They call a number, you don't hear, but you be like, you're on the phone, but a hearing person can hear. But they try to expedite us, get us in and out. Less distraction.
Yeah.
They write it down. It's very helpful. That's what I'm just saying, the benefits. I enjoy the benefits. but if you hang out with me, you're going to get the benefits. and it's very helpful. My family loves it, especially my cousin. Hey, we're going out. Okay. my cousin, she's always saying, good morning for those who are just coming in. I don't want to be rude. My cousin's like, we going out? Yeah. Okay, what we doing?
Mhm.
Give me some signs. I'm like, stop,
Give me some signs.
Stop. But I love her because she tries. She tries. She said, but they didn't work for me. I was messing it all up. You didn't have me there, that's why. So you can't take advantage of our resources. So that laughter is good for the soul.
It would have been funny if she had someone that can really sign, start to talk to her, she
Yeah.
didn't understand, you know?
We have a few minutes. That should be coming down at 11 around this time. I'm gonna be wrapping up. I have here this saying, the sky is the limit. Deaf people can do anything. They can be pilots. There are deaf pilots. There are deaf doctors that we see the doctor's degree in various different levels. There's some medical doctors too. It's only a few. There's deaf lawyers. There's a few. Teachers, there's a lot of us.
Mm.
CEOs, they have their own companies, deaf companies. University president, yes, Gallaudet have a deaf president. Professors, truck drivers, carpenters, real estate agents, actors, directors, and the list go on and on. A deaf person can do anything a hearing person can do except hear. I, King Jordan. That was the first deaf president of Gallaudet University. So I share that with you so you got a little bit insight, perspective. We may laugh, it made you think, it made you ponder like, I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna look for more. So this is a great opportunity to take advantage of what you know, to be able to help you navigate this journey called life. This is an amazing life. We have different people in this world. We have black, we have white, we have Latino, we have Asian, we have Indian, we have blind, we have visually impaired, we have deaf, we have autism, we have cerebral palsy.
Mhm.
The list goes on and on. They can do anything just like you. Just give them an opportunity. So when you're thinking, and then you're at your next table in your hiring process, you say, hey, do you ever think about a deaf person for that position? If you're at the table, you may make a recommendation. It makes a big difference. In your union, it makes a difference. Do you think our school should have a sign language program?
Yes. Yeah. Mhm.
I'm leaning towards you two. You get what I'm saying? Your office should have a deaf secretary. May not understand, pick up the phone, but they can do the office paperwork. I'm just sharing. My late mom and grandma always tell me this, and I share it every time I share deaf culture. You have purpose. No one can snatch your purpose. Your purpose is yours. You have destiny. Your destiny is yours. You the person that's driving this ship to get where you got destined to go. There will be some roadblocks. There will be some haters. What are you gonna do? You gonna stand or you gonna throw in the towel? You have your options. I have tried to throw in the towels, but it didn't work out. It seemed like something blocked it. Even if I try to pick up the towel and throw it, or write the paper, I quit, it seemed didn't work. Because of their wisdom, their power, their knowledge was embedded in me. And I would say it's their prayers that got me through this journey up to this very moment. So I just share this important facts of deaf culture, part of my world, part of our world. It's just only a glimpse. There's more to come. So thank you guys for tuning in. Don't take my jokes, I'm just joking about the TSA. Don't even try it. Don't even try it. For those who try to clip it and say, I said that, no, don't even try it. It don't even work. So laughter is good for the souls. You guys have an amazing week. We will be back next week on Saturday with our lesson. Laola will be back continuing teaching. We're looking forward to it. Have an amazing week. The Norton Public Library friends of Facebook. Have a good one.